Welcome to ArtzieRush. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to make this cool looking Naruto inspired grass symbol bracelet that you can wear casually at any day and any time and anywhere without wearing cosplay costume. This is great for showing your love for Naruto anime. Here are all the materials you're going to need, and don't forget the mesh and a ruler. I just forgot to take a picture of them, but you will see later what they are for. You pretty much can get mesh at any art store. I got mine at Blick. Also, make sure to have a craft clay machine or a rolling pin. So you're going to start by rolling out a thin sheet of dark blue clay. If you are using the machine like I did, I set the thickness at 5. Then cut it in half, and now use a small piece of mesh in a rectangular shape. Just a small one will do to hold the clay in an arc position later. I used 3/4 by 1/4 in inches. Put the other half of the clay on top and make sure there's no air in between. Just pat it down. Use a flat blade to cut out a straight edge on the long and short side. Then use a ruler to measure the size you want. In this case, the length is 1/4 or 1.25 by half or 0.5 inches. Make sure the edges are nice and straight. Now use the smallest starting tool to pull the holes of where the wax cotton cord is going to insert into, and just use a bigger darting tool to enlarge the holes. I made the holes about 1/8 big, but just made them big enough for the cord to go through. Next, roll out a thin sheet of silver clay for the middle plate. I used setting 1 on the machine, but you can roll out as thin as 1/32 inches thick. The dimension for the plate is 7/8 by 3/8 in inches. Make sure the edges are straight. Then just center the plate with the silver clay on top. Use the smallest darting tool to indent out the details on the plate. You can indent any symbol you like. It doesn't have to be a grass symbol. Just to add a little more details, put those really tiny balls of silver clay to fill in those 6 indents. They're kind of like bolts. This is what you should have. Now we are going to bend it a little, and that's what the mesh is for, to hold the arc in place. The bend is just to have a better fit on your wrist. Now just bake it in the oven. Since I use Scoby, I bake it at 275 degrees for 15 minutes. This is cooled, and now use these materials to put the bracelet together. First, cut the wax cotton cord at 5.5 or 5.5 inches long and fold it in half. Insert the loop end into the hole and just do what I'm doing here. Take one of the closure and applier to clamp up the end of the cord. Use a jump ring to hold the end of the closure and the round clasp. Now do the same for the other side, but clip the rest of 10 jump rings to the end instead. Alright, last few steps. Apply this black acrylic paint on the indented areas on the plate to bring out the design. Use a small piece of paper towel to wipe the excess paint away. If the paint is dry, use a little bit of rubbing alcohol on the paper towel and wipe those dry paint away. It works like a magic. Make sure you wipe gently. And finally, apply a layer or two of glaze on the silver clay to make it look like it's metal. And ta-da! There you have it. This is my younger brother's hand, not mine. Now just show it off to your friends. Thank you for watching and have fun. If you are bored, just watch these two previous videos on my first sculpture and Princess Mononoke-san's mask. Until then, I'll see you next time.